want to hear nobody say that motherfucking games ain't coming out because PlayStation do got a couple that's coming. They got December for that. Then they got Last Guardian. They got
Oh yeah, that's
Gran
October.
Turismo.
Gran
Yeah,
Turismo November.
yeah, that's in November. I mean, no matter where you put Gran Turismo, people are gonna buy the game regardless. It don't matter when that shit come out because people have. I don't fucking like speed
So
games, but
y'all
people.
ready? Y'all ready to get the podcast started? Cause we
Well,
been live.
I know you already hit live, so I mean, we might as well be ready. I saw that.
I was waiting for something incriminating to happen. I was like, man, ain't nothing incriminating happening right now, so we're going.
Nah, we're all innocent, so ain't nothing incriminating gonna happen around here.
These PlayStation games coming out, man.
What's going on, people? Welcome to episode 3 of the Xbox versus PlayStation podcast. You already know the links are down in the description. Go subscribe to my people. The people who are not in the description, I am behind. I gotta add you guys in there, so my bad. But you guys already know I'm your host, Fame Entertainment, and my co-host, Mr. Nickodemus X.
Yo, what is good, YouTube? This is your favorite light-skinned African-American brother from another mother. And yeah, I'm excited to have a good show tonight. Got some great people up in here, some great guests. So yeah, let's get this thing started.
We also got Mr. iDizzy on the scene.
What's going on, beautiful people? How is everyone here tonight?
They're not gonna answer you, bro.
They're not gonna answer you, fat.
Damn, it's like that. All it was is one tweet.
And yeah, this is episode 3, and we already having new people on the show. We got Mr. Persona from What's Up PlayStation. What's happening, Chief?
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Persona, Persona_GamingYT, and the council, and What's Up PlayStation.com, and it's definitely good to be here. Thanks for having me.
And I don't know if she about to respond, but we got Miss Pie Eater herself, Crunk Girl. What's happening, Mama?
Oh yeah, I remember last time I was on here, my mom was eating pie.
Yeah, you got the nickname Miss Minnie now. That's what he knows you as.
Hey man, what's going on, everybody out there? Thanks for having me again. Always good to come together and talk about these games in a respectful way. We still can debate and have preferences, but at the end of the day, we all playing games, so it is what it is. Thanks for having me.
And for those of you who don't know, this is your first time watching the show. Yes, the title is Xbox versus PlayStation, but we won't be doing all that nonsense. You won't hear people pulling complete stuff out of their ass just to fuel a console war. We're going to actually bring back the good side of the console war, stuff that people actually want to hear, people want to talk about, stuff that actually makes sense, just not persistent BS and nonsense. So,
I'm not going to lie. I hate all of you on Xbox. I'm not going to lie.
Now, he say that until he buy the Xbox. Like, man, Fame, you was right, bro. Yeah, I know. But yeah, we gonna get it started off with some current news. We just got a release of what we're getting for Games with Gold for the Xbox and what we're getting for PlayStation Plus for August. And I'm not gonna lie, I am feeling what's happening on the Xbox side, mainly because of WWE 2K16. Warriors of Orochi 3, I will be playing that as well. We also got Spelunky. Is that how you spell that? Is that how you pronounce that? I don't know why it's
Spelunky.
Spelunky. And then we got.
That's what it is. From what I heard, it's actually a good game. We already had it.
And then we got Beyond Good and Evil, the actual 360 port, which was a HD remaster. So yeah, we got that as well. So it's actually a pretty solid lineup for the Xbox this month. Hey Nick, what that look like over there, fam?
Well, okay. Well, we got some heat over here. Okay. We rolling with Yakuza 5. Okay, for the PS3. Really good game. I didn't play it, but I heard it's a great AAA experience. We also have Retrograde for PS3. Okay. We have Patapon 3 for PS Vita. We have Ultron for PS Vita, PS3, and PS4. And we have Tricky Towers for PS4 and Rebel Galaxy for PS4. All information I'm reading is coming from whatsupplaystation.com, by the way.
Man, that's a hot lineup, bro. That's hot.
Yeah, I heard it gets tricky in them tricky towers, though. So I'll go ahead and get my first impressions, or my feedback on, the which one is better this month. So I'm gonna just go ahead and straight up and say that, the Xbox selection is in fact better. They actually have a better selection, including the backwards compatibility games. And these games on PlayStation, I honestly I've never heard of them, and so I checked them out, and even I wouldn't touch a lot of these games. Like, I'm really not interested in them whatsoever. So somebody might be interested in them. I'm not gonna say they're total trash because I haven't played them, but just looking at the trailer, nah, they're trash in my opinion. So I'm definitely gonna pass, which is okay with me because I got enough games to play anyway.
Real quick before we move on, someone in the comment section keeps saying they keep saying echo, or they saying they hearing the echo. What's going on here?
I think the person in the comment section ain't got no sense, because I don't hear no echo.
All right, so we go.
I don't hear an echo either. If it was an echo, we would be able to hear it.
He must be hearing the echo. He must be hearing the echo.
Oh, wait a minute. I hear echo now.
I don't know who that is. 'Cause I'm muted the whole time, so.
Yeah, I'm muted too.
All right, so we're gonna move forward, and hopefully we're not echoing. Let's get some more thoughts about what you guys think. Persona, what you think about the PlayStation Plus versus the Xbox Gold games for gold this month, man?
Personally, this month I'm definitely gonna have to give it to Xbox just because they got the edge with that AAA title, WWE 2K16. So I'll definitely give it to them just off the strength of that. And Orochi, what's the other one for the Xbox One? That's what, Orochi Warrior, you said?
Warriors Orochi 3.
Orochi 3? Yeah, that's a nice little hack and slash. So yeah, that's a pretty dope lineup. I'm actually surprised they got that Japanese game. That's definitely that's a dope lineup. So yeah, I'll definitely give it to Xbox for sure.
Yeah, I think WWE was the answer, because you got PlayStation had that NBA 2K16 last month, and that was huge.
Yeah,
was the month before?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's right. And that was huge. So Xbox they had to answer with a game like that. And even though WWE ain't on NBA 2K level, they had to get something close to that title, because that was a big punch in the mouth whenever that 2K dropped.
Oh, what was last month on PS Plus?
Last month PS Plus was for PS4 at least, it was Fury, and it was Get Out of Hell.
Oh yeah, those are really good selections.
Yeah, those were definitely good. But I mean, the WWE 2K16, that's definitely good. I don't know, this month with PlayStation, I mean, personally, the free games is just an added bonus to myself. I buy a lot of games to begin with, so the free games aren't really like a must. Like,
you're not living and dying by the free game.
Yeah. Like, I'm not, it ain't hurting me if the free games is lackluster, just because I got a stack of games up to the ceiling right now that I'm, slowly trying to get through. So, whatever.
Yeah, I feel the same way, honestly. And honestly, sometimes I be hoping that the games aren't good. I know people might think of that as like damage control or something like that, but I really honestly sometimes be hoping that the games are not good, so I don't be tempted to download them and try to fit them in my already busy schedule.
Wait a minute. You hope the games are not good?
I was just about to say, right, that thought of me.
Sometimes I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I do. No, real like.
Listen, bro, I'm gonna quote you on that forever.
Go ahead.
Okay, Nick, hope the games ain't
sometimes
good.
I do.
PlayStation. I mean,
make sure you put that sometimes there. Make sure you put that sometimes. I say that for my sake, because I don't want to be tempted. I say it just for my sake. I'm not wishing for bad games on people, but I'm just saying for my sake, I don't want to be tempted. So sometimes I'll be hoping that the games are not good. Yes.
I mean, that's your thing. I guess I could see that. But me personally, I'm not gonna sit there and say I hope the games aren't good. But if it's something that has my interest, like last month with Fury, I seen the trailer for that. I'm like, yo, this was a brand new game. Like, Fury was a brand new game. That wasn't like no re-release type stuff. That was a brand new games that they gave away for free. And Sony does have a habit of doing that a lot. So seeing that, I was like, yo, this joint look dope. I definitely gotta check this out. And I definitely make time for it. But you know.
Looking at this selection, this month looks like they spent all their money last month. Not gonna lie.
There's at least for the PS4. Let's not say the whole.
Yeah, at least for the PS4, because that
PlayStation
Yakuza
4.
5 does look pretty tempting, but luckily,
I wish I had a PS3 because I downloaded.
Y'all was saying the same thing.
I still got one.
I got so many games on my PS3. I'm like, yo, like I wish I still had my PS3 to get some of these games.
My wife confiscated mine.
I got a PS3. I just don't feel like cutting that bitch on. I ain't gonna.
Yo, look, man. After being on the PS4, man, you can't go back, man. It's like, back. I don't know about all that, man.
I wouldn't want to either.
That's one of the things where I really love about backwards compatibility. I don't have to a game drop like, oh man, I didn't have that on my previous gen console, and they drop it, you know, for free, and I can still play it on my Xbox. That's one of the reasons why I love that backwards compatibility feature.
The thing about it is, if I do say I keep these games, how long I'm gonna be waiting till they become backwards compatibility? That's the only thing with my issue.
If at all.
Yeah, if at all. It's the waiting game, man. Sometimes.
Yeah, but some of the games, like let's say some people didn't have, let's say some people never had Red Dead, and then that became PC. Like that's a reason. Okay, I can buy this game, play it, and finally play it for the first time. Or I'm not saying that was free, but that's just a plus. So let's say people never had. Let's say people never had Beyond Good and Evil. People never played it, but they interested in it. Okay, now it's free. You don't have to go and get a 360 to play that game. That's just let's
stop right there. Hold on, it's not free. It's only free if you owned it. If you're somebody that's never had the game,
we're talking about.
You still gotta shell out some bread.
I'm talking about Games Go. Like Beyond Good and Evil. Yeah, I switched it up. That's that. I went Beyond Good and Evil.
You know, I was gonna come and shit. Let's get it right. All right.
Hold up, swole up.
All right, Dizzy, man, what you think about the games this month, man?
I think that Xbox definitely did their thing here. I'll be honest, over on the PlayStation side, I would definitely love to try out Rebel Galaxy and Yakuza 5. But of course, you'd have to have a PlayStation 3 for that one.
Oh, you like games like Rebel Galaxy?
It intrigues me. I won't say that I'll sit there and play like hands-on in, but there's a little bit about it that, kind of intrigues me about it.
There's hope for you yet, Dizzy. For you yet, sir.
But I'll be honest, even with the Xbox side, I'm actually more interested in the older games than I am in the newer ones, as ironic as that sounds. Beyond...
Oh, no.
Man, he fell into the deep abyss of podcasts. What happened?
He gone.
Do what?
PlayStation was like,
Nah.
Yo, Sheila came through and was like, nah, fam, no new friends. Don't be trying to... Kevin, you in there, man?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can now.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I was going in and out.
You bought it.
I was just saying that, the Beyond Good and Evil, it has a cult following, man. People want a sequel out of that, and so that one probably intrigues me a little bit more than any of the other games that I see on the entire list.
Okay. Crunk Girl, Miss Minnie, what you think about the free games this month?
Oh yeah, that WWE hands down is the best game, I think, like quality wise for folk. You know what I'm saying, for just anybody. Everybody else has their preference. Like me, I don't do wrestling games like that, but I know overall that game is probably gonna get the most push right there. A lot of people gonna want to buy that. Download that. But that Yakuza is from what I've heard is a really, really good game. Well, not game, but just series period. So, I don't want to cut my PS3 on, but I may download it.
Just to try that Yakuza.
Yeah, I may.
Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck over there.
Oh nah, I got enough games now to last for till August. Shh, man. People be thinking we be playing, but yo, it's a lot of games out here. It ain't that dry as people think it is. But I'll give it to Xbox this month. This month, yeah, totally Xbox with that WWE. That was actually a really good push right there. I never played Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah, I heard it was really good though.
Yeah,
I actually heard it was pretty good too, but I've never played it. So, but the WWE hands down top game.
Okay. Now, for those, I said it before, and I said it again. For those of you watching, we try to bring out the the good side of the console war. You know, ain't nobody in here fighting. We ain't cussing each other out. You know, none of that stuff. We try to have fun with it. So that made me and Nick, when we were thinking about this episode, we was thinking about, you know, the past on, you know, because the console war has always been around. Let's not get fooled, especially to you new guys who the 7th generation was your first console. The console war has been around forever. You know, whether it's PlayStation, Xbox, and the Sega, Nintendo, it's always been around. It just it's a lot more seen or known because of social media. So I want you guys to think back to the console war, how it was back in the day. Do you guys have any favorite memories or favorite jabs from the console war back in the day? Anybody want to go?
I'm actually thinking right now.
My bad. I'm closing my door. No, and also while you guys are thinking, I just want to, as far as console wars go, I think especially this generation, a lot of people have been like denouncing that there's a console war, and people are stating that they're too mature to take place in console wars and all that stuff. Like Fame said, there is a console war. There really is, and the console war is basically, you know, just people who have different preferences debating. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with it, and it's existed forever. So you can't just announce that there, you know, is in fact one, and then state that everybody that participates in it is immature. You know, because they got immature gamers no matter what faction you're in. You know, so just because you got people who are immature and can't take a joke and can't have healthy debates and get all mad and pissy when they lose and stuff in the console war doesn't mean that everybody's like that. You know what I'm saying? So just want to make sure that's clear, because a lot of people look down on people who participate in the console wars, and there's nothing wrong with it.
You know, if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and give you one of my favorite things. I love the certain jabs that happened back in the day, and one of the greatest consoles of all time is, to me, is the Nintendo 64. And we all know how right now these consoles are trying to have punchlines. You know, Xbox is saying jump ahead. You know, PlayStation is saying, you know, greatness awaits. But I still think the N64 had the greatest punchline of all time for the console. When they told you, when the N64 dropped, y'all might remember this, their slogan was "Get in or get out." And I was like, yo, I'm in there, fam. Like, let me get this 64. Like, I'm in there, bro. Like, I was so hyped.
That's what hooked you. That's what got you on 64.
Bro, when they say get in or get out, I was like, I'm in, bro. Like, because that was just so clean how they used the N64, used that N inside their punchline, inside their slogan. You know, and to me, that was a great jab. You know, telling you, hey, man, you come on board or you can move around. We don't really care, you know. But, you know, get in or get out is one of the best phrases, punchlines when it comes to, you know, these consoles. You know what I'm saying? It's better than greatest ways, it's better than jump ahead. It's the best out, and that's one of my favorite like console war memories. Because when 64 dropped, it was like it was competing with the somebody refresh my memory. Was the PS1 already out when the 64 dropped?
Yeah, yeah.
It had been out, so 64 came. Nintendo came up to 64, and they came with a banger. And they was already trying to attack Sony. They was going right to Sony with the get in and get out like immediately. Like that was one of the best slogans like of all time. That's one of my favorite like console war memories like from back in the day. Like definitely, like hands down.
If we were talking slogans, I think that one of my favorite ones was Sega does what Nintendo don't.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I was about to say it too. That's the one I keep thinking about. It's in my head.
Sega does what Nintendo don't. Yeah, that was one of my favorites right there.
I about that. That was fire.
Yeah, that was funny though. But
that was messed up though.
I think though.
Yo, that's so.
I have to give it out to Sony though. I think that one of my favorite memories being a kid, and this is back in the 64 and the PlayStation 1 era, is all those commercials that you would see where Crash Bandicoot just shows up at Nintendo America with a megaphone and just starts calling people out.
Oh, yeah.
Saying like, come on, let's come out here, let's do this. You know, that as a kid, that was very impressionable.
And man.
You know what? I think one of my favorites. It's two, but I think one of the craziest ones to me personally was the Sega Dreamcast and the PS2, because when Dreamcast came out, people swore up and down Dreamcast was going to kill Sony with the PS2. And I remember when I was young, and they had this. I remember I was watching TV, and they was doing like giving like a synopsis of the PlayStation 2 and the type of stuff that you can do and all that. And I remember like some guy, he had like his guitar plugged up to his PS2 and all this crazy stuff, and they was doing like all this crazy stuff, and I'm like, yo, what the hell is this? And I begged my grandmother to like, yo man, I gotta get that PS2, please give me that PS2. And I think that whole thing with, people think, oh, Sega Dreamcast is better, Dreamcast is gonna kill it and all that stuff, that was definitely a crazy one to me, because Dreamcast got obliterated.
Yeah, dude. It sucks that the PS2 was so great. It's one of the greatest consoles of all time.
It killed a lot of consoles.
Honestly, I remember even with the PS2, well, not PS2, but PS3 and was it? Yeah, it was PS2. PS2 and Xbox, right? The whole Xbox had Halo, and then they had Gears, and then they had what was it?
On the regular Xbox. The regular Xbox.
No. Yeah, no. What was the other game that came out? It was a Japanese game. I forgot. I totally forgot it was. Anyway, the Dreamcast and the PS2 definitely was.
And I just remember being at school, because I like everybody else know, once you're a black chick who likes video games, it's like, oh my God, you really play games? And yeah, that was
y'all do exist.
Yeah, that was
you got 50
weird
dudes lined up.
I was thought to be the only
with controllers in their hand.
Plus I'm oh God, I'm the younger child, so it's just crazy. But I remember when Mortal Kombat came out and the blood came out. Genesis always had the blood, and the SNES didn't have none. And I remember cats used to always talk about that. Yeah, oh, y'all little kids over there, and we over here, we got blood. And I remember that on the playground, and because I was the only person on the block with a Sega, and everybody else had the SNES. But I was like, man, y'all look like babies over there playing with no blood. And man, I used to kick everybody's ass on that Mortal Kombat, yo. I remember
that was a game changer. I was like, that would make you play one more than the other just because of the blood.
Yeah, it would, because when you do that uppercut and the blood just go everywhere on the screen, oh man.
I hear echo when Fame talking. Echo.
Oh damn, is it me?
No, I don't think it's you. You good?
I think that's a Google issue. That's all.
Yeah,
Echo.
Google tripping. Now, if you guys, like I said, when I first started this segment, I brought up the fact that things are a lot more toxic. Now back then, we got great memories on back then, and it was all fun and games. People threw jabs at each other, but we all had fun with it. You never had people, giving back people address, talking about people's mama because of the console they play. It was all in fun and games. At the end of the day, we were just kids trying to play. And I do think, a lot of the negativity we get now is attributed to two things that I believe. One, social media is because it wasn't around then, so it's just, people are bold and brave over the internet. So social media. And number two, I think a lot of people who are really invested in this console war are the people who started gaming last gen. I think those of us who started playing back in the day, we set. You know what I'm saying? We might dab in it for fun.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. I didn't give my memory.
Oh, my bad.
See,
I thought you was the first one.
No, I didn't. See, that's the problem. No. See, that's the problem I got right now with you guys. Okay, you always leaving the light-skinned person behind. I'm getting tired of being judged and treated badly because of my color. Okay.
You know what it was? Because he did intervene and he said something about the console war. Then I jumped in and went first. So you right? My bad, brother.
Man, see.
What's your memory, fam?
Look at this stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna be quick. So, my favorite console war of all time is Nintendo versus Sega, because I was a big time Nintendo dude, and then when Sega came around, Sonic the Hedgehog, that game really impressed me, so we ended up getting a Sega. And so that console war, I remember that Nintendo, they will always boast about graphics, and they will always boast about how much more colors they had. And then Sega, on the other hand, they will always boast about their exclusives, and they will boast about having faster games because they were like kind of like playing off of Sonic, and they even made up something called blast processing. They would state in their commercials, we have blast processing in our system that makes all of our games go faster. And I remember the commercials, all the games were just like fast paced action, and then they would flip to the Nintendo games and like have Mario jumping in like slow motion and stuff. So that was like a big impression on me because it made me like really excited for Sega and to be a Sega owner, and I was like, yeah, man, I was like, we got the best action games, they're faster. Nintendo, they don't even have blast processing in their system, they suck. And then it came out that blast processing was not a thing. It was like all made up, and it's like, dog, yeah, it was totally made up. And then so I'm like, wow. And so when you look at today, it's like there's no way that Sony or Microsoft could get away with making up, you know, something that's in their system. Like they would be exposed like so quickly. But that was like my favorite console war. That what made me actually know about console wars with the Nintendo versus Sega thing. So
yeah, me too. I ain't gonna even front. That was the first time I was like, dang, people really like one or the other, and it can't be in between.
It can't. It couldn't. It could not, fam, because I had friends, and this is gonna segue into what Fame was starting, but like I had friends that were Nintendo guys, and we live in the same apartment complex, and we wasn't like beefing like we hate each other type of thing, but we would throw jabs at each other. Like I would bring them to my house, and I'd be like, look, this is what Sonic can do. This is what Golden Axe can do. You know what I'm saying? This is the types of games that I'm playing over here while you guys are stuck playing like Mario and stuff. And they would take me to their house and show me like Street Fighter on their system and show me how much better the graphics were and all this other stuff. So, you know, it was just like kind of like a showdown that we would have, and it was fun. It was just fun, and you know, no one took it serious. No one got butthurt. We weren't fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like fist fighting about it or nothing like that. It was just, you know, it was just cool. So, but yeah, go ahead, my brother.
That's what's up. Yeah, my bad. But like I was saying, you know, Nick kind of touched on it. You know, we trying to figure out what's the difference between now and then. You know, like I said, my main things were, you know, social media, you know, and people all over the internet, and people being, you know, tough guys on the internet. That's what makes it bad. And number two, I think a lot of gamers started, who are mostly invested in the console war, started gaming on the 7th gen. You know, a lot of us older, I call us older, we're probably all in our late 20s, a lot of us older gamers, we started gaming back then, so we might dibble and dab in it now, but we do it for fun. You know, we might joke around a little bit, but we're not really invested to where we're sending death threats to executives and voice actors because we butthurt that the game come out for the console. What do you guys think, you know, at what point do you guys think the transition changed, or what do you think was the biggest reason on why the console war is so toxic compared to what it was back in the day?
Can I go first?
Yes, sir.
2 words. Crumb side.
Crumb side.
The crumb side, and when I say that, I mean the crumb side of YouTube, the crumb side of Twitter, the crumb side of everything that has to do with social media. You know, a lot of people say, you know, you ever heard somebody say, "Oh, drama sells"? You know, yeah. So, you know, with a lot of YouTube channels that I've seen, from, you know, all the way back in last gen to this gen, because, you know, social media really started exploding last gen, really, like mid-gen or whatever. So, you know, seeing all these YouTube channels and Twitters and stuff like that dedicated to spewing nothing but hatred of the opposite console is it's disgusting, honestly. And when I say hatred, I don't mean, you know, if Microsoft messes up on something and me as a PlayStation guy makes a post on Twitter talking about, well, you know, oh damn, Microsoft messed up on this, this, and this because they said this, and you know, I'm able to back up my argument with valid facts and an articulated opinion or an intellectual statement. That's different from somebody saying, oh man, fuck Xbox, fuck Sony, because they ain't worth shit, they ain't doing this. I ain't gonna fuck with a Sony platform because it's Japanese. That don't make like things like that don't make sense to me. You feel me? And you know, a lot of that has to do with like people are just ignorant. You know, it's just ignorance, and it's the crumb side of YouTube and things like that that these guys thrive off of. They thrive off other people's ignorance that gives them the power to, and gives them the energy and the courage to make even more fucked up videos, lying, like just straight up lying. Nobody fact checks. Nobody reads articles. Nobody takes the time out to decipher what's being told to them from a computer screen. They just go off of, oh well, this guy said it, so it has to be true, right? Or you got guys that when they were, the ones that claim they were gaming since they were young, they'll, now as an adult, they'll look at a Japanese game and be like, I don't want to play that. That's some Jap crap. Why would I play that? Oh, we bombed Japan. Why would I play their game? Like shit like that doesn't really pertain to gaming or even even something that would be debatable. Like I'm not going to debate you on America bombing Japan. Like that has nothing to do with gaming. Like what? So I feel that, and also with what you said, Fame, as far as people just starting the game last gen or even this gen, and people just that aren't, I don't want to use the term a real gamer, because what is a real gamer? Not necessarily a real gamer, but a passionate gamer. Like I'm passionate about games. As much crap I might talk about Xbox, I still got an Xbox in my house. I played and beat Quantum Break. I'm buying We Happy Few. I have an Elite controller. Like I support gaming. Like I say all the time, gaming first, fanboy second. You feel me? Gaming first, fanboy second. So
put it on a T-shirt.
Try it, regardless.
But yeah, that's pretty much my take on it.
Okay.
That's what's up. What you think, Crunk? What's going on here in these streets?
I mean, man, this, like Persona was saying, man, the misinformation, the crumb, it's that crumb side, man. But I mean, it is what it is, though, man. Like it's what the whole community has turned into when it comes to YouTube. But I don't think the whole community's like that. But they slip and slide a little bit, and then they'll get right, and then they'll slip and slide, and then it's a lot of drama and unnecessary stuff going on, and it's just crazy out here. But when it comes to my channel, I really try to stay away from all of that, like straight gameplay. And we might talk junk, you might talk junk and stuff like that, because it's just cool, the little pop shots. But when people talk about games and they never even played them, especially like there's a lot of Japanese games and stuff like that people like, and when you shit on them, I'm like, yo, I understand it may not be your cup of tea, but if somebody else liked the game, why are you shitting on them for liking it? And that goes vice versa for any console. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody might be like, yo, Jaleesa, why in the hell did you buy Technomancer? Or why would you buy Last Guardian?
I said, when she first bought Technomancer, she was like, oh, yo, what's all the guys that bought Technomancer? I said, you ain't buy Star Ocean 5? She's like, oh, they ain't have it. I bought Technomancer. I was like, I keep my Technomancer.
Yep.
In the same sentence, I was like, oh, Jaleesa, let me know how the game is. I might pick it up.
Even my own people turned against me, Fame. They was giving me hell, but you know what? I've been playing it. Like,
I need to get back on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back on it actually tonight, because I've been playing Madden a lot. But yeah, man, like I tell people this all the time. This has been my motto for like this whole year. I'm like, yo, I don't play games for your enjoyment, dog. Like I don't play these games for you. I play them for me. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people just are ignorant to games that they don't understand, or games that they feel like it's this or that, and it's about it sometimes ain't even about games. It's about misinformation, and it's a difference between you having an opinion on information and you just flat out lying. And the people you lying to believe your lies, and then when they go to these other debates, they be telling lies and they don't even know what the truth really is, because they think you telling the truth and you really ain't.
Or those Google
it's a
gamers.
lot of misinformation.
Those Google gamers.
Those you know what a Google gamer is, right?
They look it up on.
Is it good?
Yeah.
You better go get an article and don't read none of it. They'll post like 2 little sentences out of the article and make a point, and don't even read the rest of the article. Like,
yeah, I know.
Or they'll complain about a game being messed up or broken that they never played, and I'm like, oh well, you play the game? Oh nah. So what you
all
get
based on Google.
They get the article from Google. I'm like, bruh,
No,
You play the game though.
You know what the worst argument in the console war is? The worst argument in the console war is hands down is we ask somebody if they play it. Oh, I played it at my cousin's house.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the worst. Oh man, I'm so
Oh no, yo,
my
fam,
friend
they get
house.
worse than that, bruh. They talk about, oh no, I don't need to play it. I watch the stream.
I saw it on Twitch.
I see it on Twitch. It's like what?
I know it's trash because the guy that playing it said it was trash.
Oh, I got a better one. Oh, look at Metacritic.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a person to tell me, "What? You playing this game? I wouldn't have paid that money for it." I'm like, well, if it's trash, I'll figure it out on my own. Damn it! Like you ain't got to tell me it's trash for me to know it's trash if you ain't never played it. Like if I'm playing something, like somebody literally told me, this shit blew my mind. He told me that even though he doesn't have the game, I have the game. I've played it, but my opinion still don't matter over his opinion. I said, what? I say, so, no, it wasn't even a game. It was when we went to PSX, and I played the games at PSX. I'm like,
Oh, yeah, I
so
remember.
you telling me that because I actually played the game, but I still can't have an opinion on it. My opinion isn't a little bit above yours when you haven't tried it at all? He was like, no. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, nah, like the part of the problem with that is people depend too heavily on reviews, and honestly, like with a lot of these reviewers, you know, I don't follow reviews at all. I always feel my opinion is the most accurate and most honest opinion. So I rather, you know, take a chance on a game, which I normally do. You know, the people in the council call me the collector's edition guy. Everything I buy is a collector's edition of every game almost. But I never.
He's not lying. He was finna buy the collector's edition for Homefront. He almost
Shut
did.
up.
Wow.
I canceled it. I can't.
Probably
Yeah,
gonna
I canceled
buy a couple of them. That's what you do. You buy
Nah,
a couple
well,
of
I'm
them.
a
He do that.
reseller.
Yeah, I know.
He literally was about to get Homefront, the collector's edition.
Yes, indeed.
I was,
Persona,
but
come on now.
I put a stop to that cause like you know, I'll wait on that. But you know, reviews aren't everything, and reviews don't really tell the full story of a game. Like I remember, like 2 years ago, when Alien Isolation was about to come out, I watched a review for that, and the dude said, "I'm taking points off for the game because it was too hard and the alien was too smart."
Wow.
I was disgusted at that. I was like, bro, what are you talking about? Isn't
Yo,
it the purpose of a game to be challenging?
What's his name?
Yeah, I forgot his name.
The same dude that people hate because he didn't like he didn't give Halo the score they thought it was gonna give him. What's his name? The crap and them boys hate him.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
what publication do you work for?
It was IGN.
IGN.
It's not Ryan, is it?
It's not Ryan McCaffrey.
No, it wasn't
Yeah.
Ryan. It was somebody
I thought
else.
it was Ryan McCaffrey. Who was it?
It was? No, it wasn't Ryan. It was somebody
It
else.
wasn't? I thought it was
Nah, I
Ryan
don't think
McCaffrey.
so.
But whoever it was, they said the game was too freaking hard. I remember that. Even
Yeah.
I know old boy from the council, his name Courtney or Sarge. He was going ham when he heard him say that. Oh my god!
I couldn't believe it. Like I was
I
sitting
stopped
there
taking
like,
IGN serious when they put a minus on Gears for too much A button.
Yeah, bro, that pissed me off. I was like, come on.
I mean,
Yeah.
ain't nothing worse than saying that the freaking Pokemon game had too much water.
Yes,
Ain't nothing
it
beating
is.
oh my god, yo.
Like when they
And-
said that, I thought they were joking. But
But
they
see,
were
a lot of
serious.
these reviews, man, like you can't let that be your end all be all. And I understand, and I say this all the time. I understand that everybody ain't got it like that. You feel me? Everybody can't just shell out $65 every week or every other week or whatever, or $100, $200, however much to buy games.
Like
Some
Persona
people got to
do.
be frugal. Yeah, like you know, in the council, me, Court, and Bari, we buy the most games. We got like 400, 500 games a piece. Like everybody can't do that, which I understand. So sometimes you have to pick and choose the games that you want to buy. Now this is where gamers' intuition comes into play. If you got 3 games that's coming out on the same day or within the same month, right, and 2 out of 3 of those games hold your interest, or 1 out of 3 of those games hold your interest, and it's like, okay, 1 out of 3 of these games I'm interested in, all 3 of them I'm interested in, but I need to see which one I want to really like gravitate towards. And you look at the reviews and you see, okay, and it helps you get an idea of which one you may be interested in based on, you know, mechanics, looks, whatever. Then you make your decision. Like, all right, cool. I seen all 3 reviews. I read all 3 reviews. All 3 of the games I'm interested in, but I'm more interested in this, so I'm gonna pick this up. You made an educated, decision to say, you know what, let me pick this up. Instead of just saying, oh, all 3 reviews say they're bad, so fuck the games. It doesn't
Right,
make
you
sense.
actually used your own mind, right? So like, what's really like what's going on in my opinion out here is we got a lot of followers these days, man. It's like these days everybody they just want to fit in, especially like on YouTube, the crumb side or whatever. They want to fit in, so they do what everybody else is doing. They do what everybody is doing to be popular, or what I put in quotation marks is popular, and that's basically you pick a side. You're either like Xbox or PlayStation. You pick a side, but you don't pick a side based on like games that you like and prefer, like you really like and prefer. You pick a side based on who's going to accept you the most and where you're going to be the most popular at. And people get trapped in this crumb side living, thinking that getting a couple thousand subs and getting a couple thousand people following you and all this stuff is like really doing something. And they get to the point where they may even like the games that they're hating on. Like secretly, I think a lot of people secretly like Japanese games, on the Xbox side. And I'm saying that because that's most Xbox gamers say they don't like Japanese games. I think they secretly do like Japanese games. They're just in a certain clique.
No, they was playing games in the 90s.
Exactly. That's your childhood. Nobody turns their back on their childhood, right? So they secretly do like it, but because the clique that they're with doesn't like it, they have to shit on it just like they do in order to continue to fit in. You know what I'm saying? And people, they think having a couple thousand followers, couple thousand subs is really doing something. That's crumb side mentality. Dude, you're not doing nothing. You're not doing nothing with a couple thousand subs and a couple thousand followers. You're not doing nothing out here, man. Like, and even if you're monetizing, making money, you're not making no money. Like, you have low aspirations in life. If that's what your goals are in life, is to follow behind some strangers on the internet, just to be popular on the internet with a couple thousand subs, and that's really what's going on out here is everything you guys are talking about. But that's, in my opinion, that's where it stems from. People being followers, no one having a mind of their own, and just jumping on a bandwagon for status. And you got a bunch of jackasses out here that sound like idiots, and and they make everybody else look bad. Like they jump into console wars, with their foolishness and making everybody that actually has sense look bad.
It's true. And it goes both ways. You got Xbox dudes who try to crap on Japanese games, but they play them, and you got PlayStation dudes who try to crap on Xbox guys who play shooters, and PlayStation dudes play shooters. It goes both ways. It's complete nonsense. But Dizzy, what's your thought on why everything's so toxic, man?
I mean, I agree 100%. Social media has a big effect on that. But, I mean, even away from the social media aspect, if you just look at the way that media is in general, everything is so negative, right? So a lot of these individuals who go out there and they join into the social media aspect, and they're a little bit more outspoken than other individuals. So what they do is they take what they see. They take the TMZ stigma, and like a Jaleesa had pointed out, somebody who will post something as a defense mechanism, but they didn't bother reading the article. I like calling those individuals, they're title thumpers. They read the title and they think they know everything about it. And it's never the case. So you get a lot of that from the TMZ stuff, where they're going to hit you with this bam, like Tom Cruise witnessed like smacking around Nicole Kidman. Caught on camera. And you might go in there and you might see, nothing like that. But what ends up happening is a lot of people, they gravitate towards some kind of attention towards that. Like, oh, this is a shock factor. Or, even something on like a World Star. You see these shock factor titles, and it causes people, to join into that clickbait. So a lot of these outspoken individuals, they gravitate that and they push that, and a lot of people who are like sitting back, I feel like that the crumb side ends up trickling down, and it has a trickle down effect to the people who just want to go out there and play games. Because if you want to go put your opinion on something, you're going to have somebody that wants to go defend and white knight something being said. even if like you're going for the like the same batting on the same team, and just a little bit different of an aspect of opinion. Because I have a lot of Xbox guys that they can't stand me because I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that they do and they say. And whenever they do stuff, I'm not hesitant to call them out on it, you know. But it's just what they do. You got individuals. They're very outspoken. They take negative energy and then they send it out there for other people to go enjoy. And it's sad because it seems like as a society, overall, we're almost trained because that's what the media does, is they take negative stuff and they show you on the news, the 5 o'clock news, what all bad is going on in your city. Let's not talk about the good stuff. Let's talk about the bad stuff. And so it's almost like society's trained to focus on stuff like that. So, I mean, I think that there's a bigger psychological thing behind all of it. We can attribute a lot of it to the social media. And I don't know if we can really blame them because that's what a lot of the society accepts.
Yeah, it's true because like when I I'm gonna be real quick. That's true though, because like when I go on like say these Facebook groups and I post something just 100% gaming related, like I'll ask a question like, what games are you guys playing this weekend? I won't even say PlayStation or Xbox. I'll just say, what games are you guys playing? I may get like 1 or 2 responses. But if I jump in there and say that PlayStation got the best exclusive hands down, Xbox ain't touching it, dude, I'm getting like
facts.
Dog, I'm getting like so many comments and so much conversation, so much back and forth. It's like these people, bro, they want it. They want it. They act like they don't want it. They act like they're all mad and stuff in the comments, but they're just looking for it. It's obvious they're looking for it, dog. I've tested this stuff over and over again, So I would say something, but I'm not allowed to say it. So go ahead, Persona.
To go back to what Dizzy said as far as like those titles that's like in your face. A lot of the times with society, and this isn't just America, this is period. People don't like to read no more. Like reading is something that people don't like to do, including myself. Sometimes reading a book. I try to read at least like once or twice a month, like a book, finish a book or so. Just to stay in that element of reading, but people don't read. So the way companies have to get you in is with the title, because like what Nico said, if he puts up a gaming post and it's regular, it's just regular, it's not something that's going to grab your attention or grab your eye. People will just scroll past it, as opposed to if he says, Xbox is trash or whatever, that's something that triggers them. It triggers them to wanna respond. Not something that's passive. They want something that's aggressive. That's how people respond. People don't normally respond to passive mannerisms or anything passive. Like you ever find it if somebody, I'm trying to think of something that's passive. I can't think of it right now, but things that are passive, people tend to not really look twice at. Or something aggressive or whatever. It's just like the color red, If you have on a red shirt and a blue shirt, more people will be inclined to look at the red shirt because the red shirt is it's more angry, it's more out there,
Right.
So that's part of the reason why a lot of the times those titles are like that, and that still doesn't make it okay. But when it comes to people in the gaming community that use these titles and titles only to further their argument or to debate, it's like, yo, bruh, if you go on debate, like debate, you feel me? If you go on debate, then let's debate.
Right.
You
keep
put up an article
feelings out of it.
I remember one guy, he put up an article and it was saying something about something about one of the PlayStation exclusives was supposed to be going to Xbox. Right?
Was it Street Fighter 5?
No, I forgot what exclusive it was. But it was going to PC, not Xbox. I said to him, bruh, did you read this article? He's like, no, I didn't read. He's like, it's coming to Xbox. It's coming to Xbox. I said, where? Where do you say that? The title was something about, an PlayStation exclusive now will be on PC or something like that. Nothing about Xbox. So I said to him, where do you see Xbox? Where is this about Xbox? It's like, it's gonna be on PC, so it's Xbox. Bro, you ain't even read the article. It's a cross-platform play. It's gonna be cross-platform.
Just ready to celebrate.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? That's why I don't really debate a whole lot of people, because it's like I can tell within like the first 2 or 3 comments what this gonna turn into, and it's just like, you got it.
They had that tweet that went out. They had a obvious fake tweet that went out recently about Street Fighter 5 on Xbox One. Do you know that Xbox guys were celebrating?
Yo, and it's funny because dudes
they were celebrating.
Dudes was like, oh, this game
they're celebrating
is trash.
over a game that they've been saying is trash.
Broken, trash.
Yeah,
And
they were celebrating.
Yo, it was this one dude, and bang bang, yo, this dude was trying to say that the game is broken still. And I was like, broken? What's broken? And he copy and paste the stuff that was messed up with the game at launch. And I was like, bro, where'd you get this? He posted the article. The article was from February 14, 2016. I said, bro, we in July. None of this stuff is accurate. What are you talking about? Oh, no, this stuff is messed up. I said, you got the game? I got the game, bro. Like, I'm on the game right now. What are you talking about? None of this stuff is a problem. Oh, no, it's still broken. It's still broken.
But he ain't played it, and he going off of articles from back a few months ago.
Hey, that's like, and I did one of my first videos. That's like how everyone is all hyped for Titanfall, but I remember Titanfall was said by the PlayStation community to be trash.
Titanfall is trash.
I remember that. Want to shoot no bots. Come on, play with no bots.
Yeah.
No,
I still stand by that.
Hold on. Let's back it up. Hold on. Yeah, dudes was saying that, but Xbox dudes was the ones that was toting that cloud stuff about how the cloud was this and the cloud was that with Titanfall. And then when it came out that Titanfall was only going to be 6v6 and the rest was going to be bots, that's when PlayStation dudes retaliated and said, what the fuck, what is this? I ain't trying to shoot no bots, because Xbox dudes got ahead of themselves and was toting that cloud nonsense that Titanfall's developers and then was, spewing out into the community. Oh, power the cloud. No. With Titanfall, that's what they were doing, and that's why PlayStation dudes said that.
But dudes were saying, yeah, Titanfall ain't nothing but COD with mechs. And people was trashing this game for more than just the bots. But now everybody hyped for it.
I mean,
but people who hyped for it didn't support the first game.
I thought it was cool.
I'm a shooter guy. I love my shooting.
I actually did an article on the bots, and that was the thing is, like, I wrote an article on Titanfall, and I was like, yo, y'all, like, I actually was talking about the things that I didn't like, but what people didn't know was Titanfall was in my top 10 games for that year, like, most anticipated, and I was like, yo, why are y'all getting on me because it was something I don't like? I'm not saying the game is trash. I'm just saying those are things that I actually didn't like about the game that they showed, but I'm not saying the game is trash because it's in my top 10 anticipated.
Yeah, no, the game ain't trash. Believe me, and Titanfall 2, I got the collector's edition. That's getting picked up off rip.
Nah, for me, I was one of the guys.
I'm just trying to say, both sides are retarded. Like I said, Xbox dudes been trashing Street Fighter.
No, but see, now if we want to do that, let's go back to how dudes were saying that Call of Duty ain't shit now because PlayStation had the deal.
Hold on. Call of Duty been trash for years. I've been saying that.
COD been trash for years, but dudes were still hyping.
The last good COD to me was Black Ops 2.
But people was hyping them exclusive deals. This is what I'm trying to say. When PlayStation 4 started getting those exclusive deals with Battlefront, COD, and Division. No, not Division. What's the other game? There's another game. All these games that was getting exclusive deals, Xbox dudes was starting to say that those were negatives. Oh, there's no games, there's no exclusives, there's no this, that, and the third. But all last gen, Xbox had all those deals, and it was all fine and dandy. Yeah, Xbox was the home of sports games and shooters last gen. Shooters and sports games, if you wanted that, you was getting an Xbox. That's what was advertised as the console. Right? Now that PlayStation is doing that.
Xbox. Remember, it's the pew 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 console, pew pew pew. But now y'all over there pew pew pew
console. Cool. Yeah, I'll admit that people. I mean, me personally, I wasn't. I was always playing COD and all those shooters, Halo and all that on both consoles last gen. But there were people on the PlayStation side that were trying to say that Xbox was the dude bro system because of
because he damn sure still believe it.
I think they call it the.
But the tables are turned now, and what?
Yeah,
people are trying to say that PlayStation is the dude bro console.
It was mainly mainly the shooters that were at the forefront. Like PlayStation, yeah, we're getting the deals and everything now because the tables have turned, but at the same time, there's still so much variety, on the PlayStation side that you really can't call it the pew 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 console. Like the shooters don't dominate.
True.
They don't dominate over here like they did on the Xbox. So
it just so happens that some of the best shooters on Xbox. That's why I get that now, because some of the best. When people think some of the best shooters, they automatically think of Halo, Gears. So that's why I get that mantra, because some of the best shooters that are on the market are only on a Microsoft platform. And you said I did that, right? Woo.
I mean, I ain't
Microsoft platforms.
I'm not gonna go down that path. You got that Warframe. I'm gonna let you go ahead on the slide.
We can do that the next episode. We can go down the next episode.
Let you slide with that one. But
I'm just saying, when you think of the shooters, and you think of some multiplats, but when as far as exclusives go, it's the Xbox exclusives. So of course they get that model.
You putting stipulations to it though. You go to a regular dude and say, hey man, name 3 shooters. First 2 shooters come out their mouth will be Call of Duty and Battlefield, and then maybe Halo. That'll be the first 3 shooters to come out their mouth. Now, granted, Halo's an exclusive, so I'll give that to you. But when it comes to an average Joe Schmo, you got to be it has to be a straightforward answer. You can't put stipulations.
After Halo, they don't say Gears.
No, they're not.
I'm over here like I'm playing Overwatch.
They won't say Gears.
People won't say it, but probably Uncharted.
Nah, they won't say Uncharted either. Nah, as much as nah, they won't say Uncharted. Maybe
we are talking about just all games in general, right?
They may say Uncharted. They may say Uncharted too. No shooter. No, Uncharted is a shooter, third-person shooter, just like Gears. Gears is a third-person shooter, so you have to put it in that category, right?
That's true.
It has to be in that category. Why?
Nathan
okay, so why don't you think?
Though you gotta admit though, Nathan Drake has grown a lot.
But why don't you think Uncharted is a shooter?
Because it's more known as an action adventure. That's why.
Thank you. I don't look at it like, oh, if my trigger finger's itch, I need to play a shooter. Let me go play Uncharted. No.
Yeah. So, but why would you say the same thing then with Gears?
What you mean? It's nonstop shooting and nonstop action. With Uncharted,
we talking about multiplayer or we talking about period?
We're talking about shooters.
But multiplayer wise or game overall?
Multiplayer. Let's specify.
Okay, so then if we're gonna do multiplayer wise, then Uncharted belongs in that category because the Uncharted multiplayer is straight shooter.
Okay, so when you ask the average Joe, like you said, they not gonna say Uncharted, bro.
No, the first 3. If you ask a average Joe, name top 3, not top 3, but name 3 shooters, he's gonna name COD, Battlefield, and then maybe Halo. Because Halo is, they say Halo revolutionized the FPS. So, Halo. Those would be the 3. But COD, Battlefield, then Halo. That's how it will go. Now, if you ask a guy that's really involved in the whole, gaming and social media and all that, he may say Halo, Gears, COD.
Depending on his preference.
But an average Joe Schmo is going to say COD, Battlefield, then Halo.
As long as we're on the same page, that Halo is up there.
Halo's up there.
I'm not a
fan of Halo, and I would put it up there. I'm
not
Halo.
Halo's big. There's no debating that.
But you have to admit that this Halo 5, is a letdown.
Whoa, wait a minute. No, Halo 5 has the biggest retention rate since Halo 3 right now.
It had the what? Say it again?
The biggest retention rate since Halo 3. And Halo 3 is considered one of the best Halos out. And it's the same amount of people or more on Halo 5 right now. You got to think about the install base for the 360 was huge. Now, think about the install base of 360 at that point and then the install base of Xbox One right now. Halo 5 has a huge amount of people still playing that game, just like on Halo 3. And Halo 3, like I said, is considered one of the best Halos as far as multiplayer goes ever. So I wouldn't say Halo. If you say Halo story was a letdown, going by that, yeah. But as far as the game in general, especially when you include the multiplayer and the free maps, the free DLCs, and all the constant updates and the amount of people that are still playing, Halo is the furthest thing from a letdown.
Yeah, as an Xbox guy, I would have to back Fame up on that one. Maybe the story and the campaign, because I'm more of the story campaign kind of Halo player. And yeah, I'll agree. I think that was probably a letdown, but the multiplayer facet of it, no, not at all, not even close.
Halo, shut the conversation down.
Oh no! I thought somebody else was about to talk.
Nah, fam. The Halo ain't shutting nothing down. I was looking at the comments.
Too well. And but the multiplayer, Halo multiplayer is always gonna be Halo multiplayer. You can't really it's kind of hard to mess that up.
Somebody said the shooter of the year is Splatoon.
I know the purists. They be like they don't like this Halo from the people that I know for sure. They're like love
I've been
Halo.
hearing. Yeah, let them know, Jaleesa. Go ahead.
I've been hearing cats say this is trash. I can't blame.
Yeah, but I mean, you also got to think about it though. Like, I mean, the same argument that a lot of those individuals use from Halo to Halo, are the same ones that a lot of COD users use from every COD to the next COD. It's like, oh, well, the last one, the one that comes out most recent, they're going to tell you how much it sucks and how the one previous was so much better. And, I mean, we see that year after year after year with Call of Duty. The same thing happens over on the Halo side. As soon as the next one comes out, people say that the last one was so much better and this one isn't as good. And by the time Halo 6 comes out, the same thing will happen. People say this one isn't as good as Halo 5 was. But you see what's going on right now. There's some individuals that are a little bit shaky about Halo 5. It just happens.
And the thing is, most of the people that are complaining, like you said, with that Disney as well, you know, people complain about change and they complain if you don't change. People are upset because now you can sprint and ADS. I mean, if Halo didn't change, the same people complaining, oh, this is the same game every year. So they add some new tweaks and people still complain. You can't make people happy.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the same thing like when I say about Call of Duty. Like, I'm not the hugest Call of Duty fan, but there are a lot of people who are like, you know what, like, I love Call of Duty, but Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, and Black Ops 1, like, that was the best when they wasn't trying to do too doggone much, and when they didn't, and then a lot of people don't like Call of Duty now because they went to space, and I mean, like, a lot of people don't like us going to space. They want foots on the ground.
It still boosts on the ground. Did you see that 13-minute gameplay that came out?
No. I'm not saying I haven't looked at it. I'm just saying what I know some people who love Call of Duty have been saying, that they want straight boots on the ground, World War II.
They want like that battlefield.
Not that
battlefield life.
No. See, that no. But
that's what I want.
Fame. That's what Fame want.
As
like,
far as
in
mechanics go,
like, this is just my opinion because I haven't played Call of Duty 4, which is why I'm going to get Call of Duty 4 this coming year. Even though I know, they're getting you this, I want to play it because I didn't get to play it when it came out, so I'm buying it. But I like that style as well. But I did like Black Ops 3. I freaking I didn't like the one before Black Ops. Advanced Warfare, it was cool.
Advanced Warfare and Ghost was just straight trash.
Yeah.
Look here, real quick.
Ghost was out of all of the games that came out this generation, Ghost was the most like a regular Call of Duty. The only thing that was wrong with Ghost was the fact that I did not like the kill streak. I didn't buy Ghost, but I did get to play it. Ghost, for me, the fucking maps was too fucking big. If they would have the maps were smaller and
it was too big for 66.
Yeah, if they had better kill streaks and had smaller maps, that would have been the best Call of Duty in my opinion, because it was boots on the ground. They hadn't went to Mars and Jupiter and all the other crazy shit, and it was just like Call of Duty.
I'm going to say this. I'm not a Call of Duty person. But when you look at the Call of Duty trailer, like the new trailers and stuff, if you don't look at it as if it's Call of Duty, it actually looks good. Like, you got to admit, it looks freaking good. It looks fun. It looks exciting. Like, you got.
When I was at the PlayStation,
people could say, like, and I played Black Ops 1 is my favorite Call of Duty because that was my first Call of Duty. I can go back right now and play Black Ops 1 and still enjoy it like the first day I played it. But like, I think after I got to like Modern Warfare 3, I got burnt out, and then when I went over to Battlefield, oh man, it was like oh my Jesus.
See, but this is the thing though. People that say, and you get this every single year. You always got these the bunch that says, oh, COD is trash, COD is this, COD is that, COD is that, blah blah blah. But then COD still is the highest selling shooter that always comes out every year. Like, I don't get it. And then
hardcore don't mean nothing.
See, that's true. That's true. But also
when
with
cats
this
go
COD,
to they don't care.
The hardcore,
this is what you gotta understand.
The loudest as far as talking, but their money, bro, is like they don't speak with their money.
Presentation is you like you have to give it to Activision because their presentation with all the CODs are always phenomenal. Because I remember at the PlayStation E3 experience, like at the movie theaters, I went to it out here in NY. And when we was in the theater, it was a bunch of different PlayStation dudes, like all types of, PlayStation dudes or whatever. And, we all sitting there, and when they showed that Call of Duty stuff, people was like, yo, what's this? What's this? And I said, yo, this is COD. And I knew it off rip. Just off rip. Just as soon as I seen the reticle in the very, very beginning, I was like, this COD, off rip. Oh, nah, this ain't COD. COD don't look this good. I'm like, bruh, you telling me a shooter guy what this is? This is COD. And when they showed that this was Call of Duty at the end, people was in awe. Like, yo, what? This is COD? Oh, my God. I said, I told y'all. And, COD's presentation is always good, and that always entices even the ones that say they're not going to buy the next COD. And always is like, yo, man, let me get this COD, man. It look dope. And it sells. It sells, man. You got to admit.
Just really quick, for those people in the comment section who are wondering why there's no Nintendo love, every Tuesday we have a show called the TiC Writers Block, which is aired on KidSmoove channel. We talk Nintendo stuff, and as always, go to TiCGN.com. We got plenty of Nintendo news on a daily basis. We have a writer named Matt who does a Nintendo roundup every single week. We have dedicated people about Nintendo over at TiC. So on Tuesdays we talk Nintendo. And on our website, we talk Nintendo. But today, we talk with Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah, let's be fair. Let's be fair, too. It's not people. It's one guy. There's not Nintendo people. There's a Nintendo person.
You got to admit, Nintendo messing up.
I'm sorry. Look at the title. The title clearly says TiC Xbox versus PlayStation.
We can't even really talk about Nintendo guys right now anyways because they're probably all out catching Pokemon anyways.
Oh, ain't got no games to talk about. Screw all the Pokemon.
What too many shots being fired right now.
What games do they have? Everybody been waiting 2 years to play one game that ain't coming out till 2017. Look, Nintendo is like the little brother. Trying to figure out why Big Brother.
One thing.
Here come the dislikes.
Yo, let me stop.
I think a lot of the time, a lot of people, they leave Nintendo out of it because they remember their childhood and they don't want to bash on that. Because if you say something bad about it, you say something salty about Nintendo now, it's almost like you're slapping your 5-year-old self.
See, but that's the thing, though. You can't let Nintendo, like, as much as I love Nintendo, and Nintendo is a huge part of my childhood as far as getting me into gaming and all that stuff. You can't let Nintendo slide with some of the stuff. That's like, if you went to go visit your grandmother and she slapped you like 50 times, you gonna keep letting her slap you? You be like, yo, look, chill. Like,
look, I ain't 5 no more.
Yeah, like, chill. Like, what? Okay. Yeah, I'm not 5 no more. Stop treating me. The same thing applies to Nintendo. Yes, okay, Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, and all that. Those are their bread and butter. That bread's starting to get a little stale. We need to get a new pack of bread. You feel me? Because it still sells. Yes, it still sells, and it's still very popular. Yes, true. I'm not saying change that formula. What I'm saying is bring me something new.
I think we can all agree. It's all about Xbox and PlayStation.
They tried that with Bayonetta and it didn't work. You know how long it took for that game?
That's too major. You can't. That's like going from Teletubbies to Dragon Ball Z.
And
that's way too crazy.
Reviews like Bayonetta was getting 9s and 10s and they still didn't buy it. I say, man, they should have made that a multi-platform game.
See, but they're still trying to cater to that kid in me, you feel me? And it's like, granted, some of the games are cool, like the Marios and the Pokemons and all that. I'm still getting Sun and Moon for my 3DS for sure, but I'm not 3 years old no more. I'm not opening up my SNES hype, with like 20 cartridges. I'm 25, and it's like the same thing that dudes get on Xbox and PlayStation about all the time. I remember this gen, and some of last gen dudes was like, yo, man, you guys got to come out with something new. I'm tired of playing the same old things. We got to see something new from Xbox to PlayStation. But then you look at Nintendo and you're like, y'all going to talk to them too? Y'all going to talk to them, or you just going to talk to me? You going to talk to them too? They're like, oh no, I don't see nothing wrong with that. They still sell it. So then why are you coming at me?
Right.
Why are you coming at PlayStation and Xbox talking about we need to change? You feel me?
Exactly.
Like what do you, like we've had, and this is no lie, we've had maybe 25 Mario games. Because Mario came out in 1985, right? 85,
Some
86?
80 or mid 80s,
Yeah, something in the
early
80s.
80s, something like
Mario
that.
came out in
Mhm.
It was like mid to late 80s.
Yeah, Mario came out in the 80s.
Mario older than me, I think.
Mario older than all of us.
Mario has been
and he's still
around the world.
And granted, he still sells very, very well. He still sells games. You can put a Mario on a Nintendo box and sell games and consoles. He's still a console seller. So I understand why they still riding that Mario train. But for how much longer? You know, what's down the pipeline with Nintendo where it's like, okay,
they need another
I see Nintendo. Yeah, like you look at Nintendo, and be like, I want to invest in Nintendo's ideas, but what ideas? You feel me? The NX, okay, the NX, cool. What you got for me with the NX? That's coming out next year. Show me what you got. Zelda, cool. I can't wait to play this. This is so dope. Okay, what's next? Zelda. That's it. What else you got for me?
They do a lot. I think Capcom does a lot with Monster Hunter on. But see, the thing is, I feel like when you hear about Nintendo, it's not really their console. It's that freaking handheld, man. And I told people was like,
That's what it's all about.
This and that. I say, bruh, if it's a hybrid, like people say that thing is, it's gonna sell. I'm telling you, because if it's a handheld in any type of way, that Joker will sell because their games on their handhelds sell very well.
That's why they're doing it. That's why they're doing it. They're not trying to compete with Microsoft and Sony. There's no competing. They realize that they're sticking with their bread and butter, and that's handheld, the handheld market. They're going to pull them in, and it's going to sell very well in Japan, and it's going to trickle down to over here as well.
Okay, so then let me run this by you guys. This is a handheld and a console mix. Where does that leave the 3DS? So if I get this NX, will I be able to play my 3DS games on this?
Well, I mean,
so then why am I getting this?
I would almost say
I'm getting this for Zelda. Okay, cool. I could get Zelda on my Wii U. Next.
You're right. They need the games. You're right. They absolutely need the games.
Like, I've got a 3DS and I've got a Wii U, and I could get Zelda on Wii U. Why am I buying the NX?
They have games. They just don't bring them out. They got
so then
that means they don't have games.
Yeah, they don't have games. Like, this is my question. I have a Wii U. I have a 3DS. I can get.
I didn't mean to say games, but
why am I getting the NX?
Nintendo characters from back in the day, and they do nothing with the properties. And the properties they do push, they be on the 3DS.
That's kind of like how Microsoft got all these rare type games they can push out and they don't. It kind of pisses you off. Like, you have the characters that we want to play. You have the game we want to play, but why aren't you putting them out so we can play them?
Because they don't think people are going to buy them.
Well, people will.
How do you know that? How do we know that?
We thought people was going to buy Quantum Break.
If a new Conquer Bad Fur Day drop, you can't tell me folks won't buy that.
People are going to buy it, but are enough people going to buy it?
People was hyped for Conquer. I mean, people was hyped for Quantum Break. What happened to that?
You see, that's the thing.
People was hyped for Sunset Overdrive, which was very Sunset Overdrive was very different on the X. Like, to have something like that on the Xbox, yo, that's different. That it got supported, but not the way we thought it would be.
I think Microsoft is scared to venture out because of lack of support in certain areas. I think they're scared to venture out.
Not only that,
I will say that I'm happy they're trying to diversify their catalog because they have been trying. I'll give them that.
They have, like, Scalebound looks dope. Scalebound looks dope as hell. I can't wait for that.
I'm so hyped for that game, bro.
I can't wait for that. That right there.
Scalebound looks dope as shit, yo. Scalebound
and Recore. I'm liking that. I'm picking that. Don't tell the PlayStation side, but I got the collector's edition on this. Shh.
Of course you did.
I'm telling you right now.
Don't say no. Shh. I got the CE on that, so I'm hyped for that game. So I'm picking that up.
If you buy a home front joint, I know you can buy Recore. Well, think about it anyway.
You know, I'm really hoping that Recore is the start of a franchise for Xbox.
I hope so as well.
I'm hoping people really can connect with Julie, and I mean they said the game was $40 because they want to give people more reason to buy it. You know, say hey we want to build our trust in y'all. We're gonna make it $40 because according to them it's a $60 game. But they're putting it for $40 to kind of get the trust inside the game. So I'm really hoping Recore and Scalebound are the start of new franchises. You know, a lot of people are getting sick of, you know, even though Halo was great, you know, Gears kind of get rebooted with JD Phoenix. You know, some people are just tired of seeing those at the forefront. So if we can get a new, you know, Recore, Scalebound in the forefront Xbox, it'll change a lot of people's perspective of the console.
It will.
I just hope it gets supported. I really
That's
hope
what I'm saying. I hope it gets supported, man, because Recore, I'm going to support Recore.
With these games being on PC as well, I mean, the numbers should be there. Because the numbers should be there.
I just think for both systems, like, Microsoft has always had their mainstays, man. And I think it's time for a couple of other games to give themselves a name when it comes to the mascots, because Sony will get rid of a mascot in a minute. They don't care about cutting franchises. I can't believe
they'll sell it off.
I'm still waiting on Jack and Daxter game.
Yeah, they'll sell it. They'll sell it off, and then later down the line, everybody wants it. Like Crash.
Yeah, there's so many mascots that Sony has had, and they just cut them loose.
I want Microsoft to bring back Blinks, the Tomcat from the OG Xbox. I wish Microsoft would bring that back. They still own the rights to Blinks, but I think that's one again. A lot of people don't even know what Blinks is, and that was a good game. It was on the OG Xbox. That could have been a great mascot, especially when PlayStation was really pushing, Jack and Daxter and Crash. Xbox had a similar type character in Blinks, and they kind of just faded it out.
Yo, you know what would be a system seller, for the NX? If they made like a brand new 007 GoldenEye or something.
But quick. They no blood in it. They ain't gonna have no blood.
People been screaming for a new 007 on Xbox because Rare had the game. I don't know who owns the IP now.
Well, GoldenEye, Nintendo owns that.
Activision, you ain't getting that back.
Has the rights to it.
You ain't getting that back.
We never thought we were gonna get Crash back. It took. At least we got something.
Still, we got Crash, but we ain't getting no Crash brand new game. We getting the collection.
Yeah, getting remasters.
But that goes to show how stingy Activision is.
They are.
I mean, we was gonna get that.
So we didn't.
That's good. I'm hyped for that. But
I knew Crash was coming. Let's just remember that. I've been saying Crash is coming, but
yeah, man.
It is what it is.
A lot of these games I hear, and it's time for some new. Whoever thought Nathan Drake would be a mascot for Sony now? When it first came out, we never thought in a million years.
Not when Uncharted 1, nah.
Yeah, man. Not even Uncharted 2,
Uncharted 2, yeah.
Uncharted 2 was great, but he wasn't a mascot yet.
You see, that's the thing, though. PlayStation, they're not scared. They're not scared to take chances. So that's one of the things I do respect about them is they're not scared. They'll throw something out there. If it fails, it fails. You know what I'm saying? And they'll throw something else right back after that and see if it bites, and if it succeeds, it succeeds. If it fails, it fails. They don't stop taking chances. I think Microsoft, they get scared too quick. They jump in their shell a little too quick after something fails.
It's not even that they get scared. It's that Microsoft is comfortable right now, as in they too comfortable. They got to break out of. Yeah.
I mean they taking the ultimate risk now by not, I don't want to say diluting the brand, but they're taking a risk on, let's put all these games on PC and let's see.
That hurts the Xbox, though. That hurts the Xbox tremendously.
But Microsoft as a whole, it's great because their revenue is going to shoot through the roof. It's all about software sales. Their revenue is going to shoot through the roof. So if people are buying these games, we can look to see more games that'll be not necessarily exclusive to the Xbox, but exclusive to Windows in general, so you will be able to play these games on your Xbox. It's nothing but a great move. It's risky as all get out, but if it succeeds,
software-wise, it's going to pay off. Software-wise, it's going to pay off.
Looking at Quantum Break. Looking at Quantum Break, I don't know, because Quantum Break was also.
I got a stopping point question, and then we can end this joint. Do you think exclusives matter as much as they did before?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I say yes. They do. They still matter.
Exclusives. The purpose of exclusives is to entice people to buy your console. That's what sets you apart from the competition, PlayStation and Xbox. What makes PlayStation different from Xbox? PlayStation is the home to JRPGs. What made, and we'll use PS3 and 360 because PS4 and Xbox One is still a little iffy on certain things, but PS3 and 360, what set them apart? PlayStation was the home of JRPGs. Xbox was the home of shooters and sports games. Those exclusive deals and exclusive things that they had is what made the consoles different. That's what made them unique, and that's what made people want to be like, damn, I gotta have both because I want this and I want that. Now,
yeah, as long as we're calling this console gaming, exclusives are gonna matter in my opinion because exclusives is what definitely defines the console. It makes the console what it is. I'm not talking about like these, third-party exclusives, these little deals that happen here and there. I'm talking about like exclusive games that are made by the studio that the company owns and is built from the ground up, and they actually start something with that, and it's defined. It defines that company, and that's what you it for. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking about as far as exclusive. Those things definitely do matter in the console world. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I think for me, because it's my own personal opinion, I end up with both consoles regardless of preference. So, it doesn't matter to me because I'm a play every game that's out. Every game I get to enjoy every game that's out. So it doesn't, people are like, oh, we got this exclusive on this side. I'm like, well, I got a PlayStation 4 too, so I don't know what you're bragging about. I'm gonna have the same experience.
Buy it though. What's the reason for buying the system? Just to have it, or you buying the system for like?
I buy every console because I'm not gonna miss out on a game. If it's a game I want to play, I'm gonna play it. I'm not gonna miss out on.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in general. Don't you buy a console for certain games? Because sometimes I know people will buy both, but they won't buy both at the same time because there's not games on it for them to really want to play at that time. But it's not saying I don't like Xbox. It's just there's not games at the moment that I don't like that I feel like I want to spend to get both right now.
Yeah, Fame, you're looking at it from like a hardcore gamer perspective, but the dollars are in the casuals. You know what I'm saying? And from a casual perspective, those exclusives, they jump out. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes them be like, oh, okay, this is the console that I want to get. Like most people aren't buying both consoles. Like in our hardcore world, it seems like everybody's buying both consoles or all consoles. Most people aren't buying all consoles. They're choosing one or the other.
At this point, if you don't have both, or if you ain't buying both for the next couple of months, something wrong with you, man. Because I don't like this. Well, there's no games on that side that I'll play. That's a complete utter lie that you use to push your propaganda. There are plenty of games on the other side that you will play. At this point, people running out of excuses not to buy the opposite console. They're running out of excuses because if people say well, 1 or 2 games, no. Look at the entire library. I'm pretty sure you're gonna find more than 1 or 2 games that could justify your purchase of buying a console. The games that are out and the games that are coming. I buy both consoles because I would never miss out on the game. There isn't a game to come out that no fanboy can tell me, oh, look, we got this. Like, you know what? I have that console as well, so I have that game as well. Your experience is exactly the same as mine. So what were you saying again? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, definitely. And, you're a hardcore gamer, and, that's what you're going to do. But like I said, from a holistic perspective, everybody's not like that. And they don't have to be fanboys. They only have to be fanboys about it. It's just about affordability. It's about affordability for people. Some people.
I gotta address this. I came on this on the first show before, and I said there were games that I actually did like. My thing with the Xbox is, for one, I hate the controller, but I can get over that.
Because you got little hands.
I got small hands. I can get over it, but the controller makes my hands literally hurt. But there are games on the Xbox that I actually do like. And KidSmoove, if you've been knowing me since 2013, you should know that I have been saying for years that Remedy is the best thing I feel Xbox has right now. And I really want to play Quantum Break. I've been saying that since 2014 when they first showed that game.
Okay, my copy.
I've been saying for years Alan Wake is the best exclusive that I have played other than Crackdown that I had the most fun on Xbox. Over Halo, over Gears. Don't come on now, don't say that. I hate the Xbox, I don't like nothing on it. I've never said that.
No, but my statement wasn't pointed because I remember you saying it wasn't pointed towards you. I'm just saying in general, like.
Oh no, not you. KidSmoove said that in the comments.
She's responding to somebody named KidSmoove. I don't even know who this is.
My boy KidSmoove at the bot of all bots. That's my boy though. That's my dude though. KidSmoove cool. But
my thing is this. If you've been
on me since 2013, you would know I've been saying that. I freaking love Remedy. I've been loving Remedy since Max Payne. So don't put that out there like that. Now don't trash me like that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I feel like PlayStation has the better exclusives, but that's just my opinion and my preference.
My thing is this: how do you sell an Xbox One to a PC gamer?
Ooh,
you can't.
You don't. I mean,
you can't.
Microsoft isn't even doing
it. Can't. You can sell. You can sell
Microsoft's not even doing
it to a PC gamer, but you can't do that with an Xbox, and that's why exclusives are important.
Microsoft isn't even trying to get PC gamers to buy an Xbox. Microsoft is getting PC gamers to buy their games.
But even with the Scorpio, how you sell a Scorpio to a PC guy?
Hey, here's the thing. At the same time, Microsoft, it's a fact, has already come out and said not every game will be put on PC. It's what we saw at E3 will be on PC. So
future games to come. Come on, bro.
Have exclusive.
So, hey, brother, with that, bro, you go along with that.
Didn't say that at first.
Wait a minute. So we gonna hold on. So I'm going by what was said. Straight from
that is what they said. No, that is. I'm not disputing that's what they said. What I'm saying is, come on, they did that as a PR. They had to fix that up. They had to clean that up because people were saying. So what? Every exclusive was going. They had to clean that up because as soon as if they clean that up, they're about to Don Matrix that situation. Yes,
you know what?
That situation's about to turn into Don Matrix.
This ain't fair. We got too many PlayStation dudes in this podcast, and I can't defend myself. So we're gonna get to a stopping point right now. Persona kind of gave me an L, so we're gonna stop the podcast on that.
Hey, bro.
We're gonna stop.
I'm always down to debate, man. Let me know.
So we gonna wrap it up, man. It's been one heck of a show. Persona, Crunk Girl, Nick, Dizzy, man. It's one heck of a show. So before we wrap, I want everybody to do their intros, man. We're gonna start with my favorite pie eating lady, Miss Minnie. Crunk Girl, tell the people about yourself.
Alright, people, what's going on? This your girl Crunk Girl 711 from SheerTech.com. Shouts out to What'sUpPlaystation.com as well and the council. Make sure y'all check out my channel. I'm actually going to start back live streaming the Technomaster tonight and Tales from the Borderlands probably tomorrow because I just been sports gaming lately just for some odd particular reason. But I think maybe because it's Madden season almost, that's why. But getting back to the games before I don't have no time to beat none of them because I got a backlog that's crazy. But yeah, man, make sure y'all check out my YouTube. Crunk Girl 711, and also check me out on Twitter. Add me on Twitter and follow me on there. And I'm out. Thanks for having me.
Cool. I Dizzy.
Man, I feel so basic going after that. I'm just like, follow me on Twitter, guys. Follow me on Twitter. Yeah. Thank you as always for having me on here.
You can say you check out your articles, man.
Thanks for having me on as always and everything. And the whole console war thing. Let's try to get this thing back to when it was fun.
Let's come together.
Yeah. But we still throwing them pop shots, though. Come on.
Oh, yeah, we always going to do that. We always going to do that.
We got our special guest, Mr. Persona. Go and tell the people about yourself, man.
Yeah, definitely. First off, shout out to Fame and Nico. I definitely appreciate you guys for having me on. This was definitely a dope podcast, and I definitely had a lot of fun. So thank you to you guys for having me on.
What's up?
Big shout out to the people in the chat that supported this podcast and supports real gaming channels and really does support the gamers. Definitely appreciate you guys in the chat giving your opinions and all that stuff. Big shout out to you guys. Follow me on Twitter, Persona_YT. Follow my YouTube channel, Persona_GamingYT. I stream a lot. I put up a lot of gameplay videos. I put up a lot of streams. Like I stream a lot. Like right now I'm streaming I Am Setsuna, and I'm streaming Uncharted 4, and I'm streaming Star Ocean 5, and I'm streaming a whole bunch of other games. But
I'm streaming this whole library.
Yo, pretty much. I stream,
streaming, dog.
I stream a lot. I put up, my opinionated videos, commentaries, and all that stuff. So definitely follow me. Shout out to the council members. It's nothing but love for all you guys. And, I hope you guys have a great night. That's it.
That's what's up. And my co-host, my light-skinned brother from someone else's mother, Mr. Nickodemus X.
And we don't even know what that mother is or who she is, huh? But yo, what is good? Yeah, definitely had a good time tonight. Shout out to everybody who came and our guest Persona. Shout out to Crunk who made it. You know what I'm saying, at the last minute. I would definitely be missing Crunk if she wasn't here tonight. So definitely good to have you on. And yeah, shout out to the chat and just supporting this podcast. Really appreciate you guys, and look out for me on TiCGN.com. Check out my articles. I have the best articles on TiCGN, if I do say so myself. So that's what you want to be reading. That's what you want to be reading. But nah, I'm playing. We got some great group of guys and girls over there. So check us out. And then yeah, check me out on YouTube. I play video games for fun. You know what I'm saying? So you can come over there and check me out. I have opinionated topics that I talk about in gaming, and it's all gaming, 100% gaming and 0% drama on my channel. So if you're actually a real gamer, you can come over there and you'll enjoy it. And then yeah, if you want to, you can follow me on Twitter. I say some off the wall stuff. I'm weird, but if you want to, follow me on Twitter at Nickodemus X. And I'm out.
That's what's up. And I am your co-host. I'm your co-host. I am your host, Fame ENT2K. Make sure you guys smack that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. I will be editing the description box so I can add Persona and Crunk Girl to the description box. My bad, guys. I am completely slipping on that. I actually copied and pasted the wrong description on there. But when you guys go in the description down below, make sure you guys click on our Gears Award 4 giveaway. We're giving that away at TiCGN.com. And make sure you guys get all of your gaming news from TiCGN.com. I want to thank Crunk Girl, Dizzy, Persona, and my co-host Nick for coming out today. Everybody's watching live, man. Thank you guys so much for supporting this podcast. Just a reminder, this is a bi-weekly podcast. Every other Wednesday at 7 Central Time we'll be doing this. Today we were outnumbered on the Xbox side. We had to end the show because Persona handed me that L, but we're going to even it up. We're going to even it up next week, and she's going to heck of a show, man. So we're going to get up out of here. And I want to let you guys know that the old king is dead.
Oh, man.
Long live the king.
Oh, God.